Right, so I've got some brilliant news for everyone. The government's finally found a use for landlord licensing schemes as a way to not follow them. Revolutionary stuff. So Rachel Reeves, our Chancellor, fancy title for person in charge of money, just got caught renting out her house illegally. She championed selective licensing schemes, pushed them, celebrated them on social media, then didn't bother getting one for her own £3,200 a month South London gaff. It's like being a vegan activist and getting caught at KFC with a bucket. But here's the beautiful part. Keir Starmer said, "Don't worry, I checked with my ethics advisor and it's fine." His ethics advisor. That's the bloke you hire when you need someone to tell you what you want to hear. Is it unethical, Gerald? Well, sir, if you squint really hard and ignore everything you've said publicly for 3 years, perfect, sorted. She didn't even get a proper fine, just a stern look and an apology. Meanwhile, actual landlords are getting hammered for the exact same thing. It's like getting caught speeding and the Prime Minister going, "No, mate, you're fine, just say sorry." The hypocrisy is so thick you could cut it with a knife, or a selective licensing form she forgot to fill out. Now let's talk about the government losing a China spy case. Not because the evidence was weak, because of a technicality. A bureaucratic technicality from 1911. They literally had evidence the Chinese were spying on us. Proper James Bond stuff. But they couldn't prosecute because the law from 1911 didn't explicitly say China was an enemy state at the time of the alleged crime. So basically some brilliant legal mind said, well, yes, they were clearly spying. Yes, we have evidence. Yes, it's obviously a threat to national security. But technically the paperwork from 114 years ago doesn't say they're mean to us, so case dismissed. It's like arresting someone for murder but losing the case because the law book didn't specifically say stabbing people is illegal. And then the Attorney General goes on TV and blames the law rather than the government's absolute dog's breakfast of a prosecution strategy. Lord Hermer said, "This law is obsolete." Yeah, mate, you're the government. Fix it. That's your job. Instead, he's using it as an excuse like a plumber saying, well, this tap is broken and then not replacing it. Meanwhile, MI5 is sitting there going, we're frustrated. I'd be more than frustrated. I'd be filing for redundancy. Yeah, lads, we stopped the spies. We just can't actually do anything about it. Nigel Farage tried to withdraw Britain from the European Convention on Human Rights. Spoiler alert, it didn't go well. 96 votes for, 154 against. That's not even close, that's a humiliation. But here's what's mental. 63 Conservative MPs voted for it. 63. The Tories are literally now voting like Reform UK. They're so desperate they're letting Farage set the agenda while he's sitting on the opposition benches. And the heckling, someone called him Putin's patsy, in Parliament, on record. That's the kind of burn you save for a really bad day. Farage's big argument was, we need to leave the ECHR to control our borders, right? Because our border crisis is definitely caused by the Convention on Human Rights, not immigration policy, not visa processing, not border staff numbers. Nope, it's definitely the convention that says governments can't torture people. That's the problem. Meanwhile, Ed Davies reminding everyone the ECHR literally helped families get justice after Hillsborough, actual dead people, actual miscarriages of justice. But sure, Nigel, let's dump it so you can take back control of what exactly? Your ability to deport people faster? Mate, you've been going on about taking back control since 2016, and the only thing you've controlled is how to lose votes. Rachel Reeves, the same Chancellor who just got caught breaking housing rules, is now planning a budget that involves raising income tax. Let that sink in. The woman who championed the rules she didn't follow is now going to explain to the British public why their taxes need to go up. And Keir Starmer, when asked if he stands by Labour's manifesto pledge not to raise income tax, national insurance or VAT, refused to answer. He just refused. 4 months in. 4 months, Prime Minister. Do you stand by your election promise? Silence. Prime Minister? I think you'll find the manifesto was written in pencil. It wasn't, Keir. It was the biggest thing you campaigned on. And now Reeves is allegedly planning to raise income tax by 2 pence on every pound. That's not just breaking a promise, that's actively breaking it while pretending you're not. The budget black hole is apparently 32 to 50 billion pounds. That's we didn't do the maths properly money. That's we're completely out of our depth money. That's maybe we should have kept the other lot's plans money. And they're talking about freezing personal tax allowances until 2030. That means even if inflation goes up, even if your salary goes up, nope, your allowance stays frozen. That's not technically a tax rise. It's just you gradually paying more tax without the government raising rates. It's the ninja version of broken promises. Quick update on Prince Andrew. Parliament's Public Accounts Committee is investigating why he pays basically nothing to live at Royal Lodge. He pays peppercorn rent. That's an actual term for when you pay basically nothing. Do you know what a peppercorn is? It's a spice. He's paying the value of a spice to live in a mansion on the Crown Estate. Meanwhile, Rachel Reeves can't rent out a house without proper licensing, but Prince Andrew can't pay proper rent without parliamentary investigation. The government said, "We're not giving Parliament time to debate Prince Andrew because we've got more important things to do." Yeah, mate, like covering up your Chancellor's housing violations and losing China spy cases. You're right, Andrew can wait. So, to sum up where we are in British politics on October the 30th, 2025. The Chancellor breaks housing rules while promoting housing rules. The government loses a spy case because of a bureaucratic technicality from 1911. The Conservative Party is voting like Reform UK. Taxes are about to go up while the PM refuses to say so. Prince Andrew is living rent-free while everyone else is getting investigated. This isn't politics. This is a sitcom that's gone on too long. The writers have given up. They're just throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. Welcome to Westminster, where the lawbreakers make the laws, the spies go free on a technicality, and the only person paying fair rent is apparently nobody.